welcome to the Answer Era podcast. Thank y'all for joining us. We on this December 5th on a football Sunday. Y'all know what it is. Who we got today? Damn, I'm lunching. We got somebody easy. The Jets. That's right. We're gonna go ahead and wipe up the Jets today with a little Minshew magic. But we'll get to that a little later today. I mean, since the last time we got together, you know what I mean? We had a couple of games. We had Boston. We had Atlanta. We split on that. We learned a lot of different things about our team in that last little stretch. I mean, the whole East is all jumbled up. Everybody's nice and tight. It's a definitely more improved Eastern Conference this year. So we're going to have our hands full. We really need some kind of deal to happen. But since this is the ASR podcast, so y'all know I'm not doing this show by myself, so I gotta bring my homies in, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with my old head. What's up, Big Ski? Come on in, brother.
Hey, I'm here in the house. Let's do it. I'm gonna ready to do the tailgate. Everybody's welcome. Tailgate.
That's right. Yeah, let's get that. We already know what it is. You feeling that little football in you, but I mean, we doing basketball as like what we do. But right now, everybody feeling that football. That's right. Let's get these picks in. You know what I mean? But we still got one more of our homies that's coming in. One of the young boys. Let's bring on our producer, Lil Ski. What's the deal, homie?
What's going on, everybody? What's up? We got a big game today versus the Jets. You know, we gotta get this win. If we're making a playoff push, like everybody's saying, get that 7th spot, we got to beat the Jets. So
we have to beat the Jets today. We're going to take care of business. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened since the last time we was together. We told y'all I was coming to y'all on Sunday morning. And again, thanks for y'all who hung in there with us. We're a little late today, but thanks for hanging in there with us. If you want to join in on the conversation, you can do that through Twitter or through Facebook. Just go ahead and look for Answer Era. Not the Answer Era. It's just Answer Era. That's who we are. Answer Era Podcast. Make sure y'all check us out. Hit subscribe and join in on the conversation, or just join us for some of the conversation.
Before you do that, I think we are on YouTube as well.
Did I say YouTube? Did I say YouTube? What did I say? Twitter? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I meant to say YouTube.
I think we're on all of them. So
we're on all of them. You can find us. If you're looking for us, you'll find us. You'll find us. Now, we only had 2 games to predict. Little Ski, let's first see what everybody said. Let's go there first. I'm going to get us started. We're going to split with these last 2 games. We're going to go 1-1.
It's simple, 2-0 because we have to.
I'm going 2-0 too. We got to win these games.
I'm going to go 1-1 because we have to. We better not go 0-2, but I'm going to just say 1-1.
Well, we see 1-1 was the prediction of the specialists, the more experienced people, the more knowledgeable people. The more knowledgeable people predicted accurately. I happen to be one of those. Lil Ski, would you say again one more time?
2-0.
How the hell you think we was going to win 2 games? Eastern Conference foes, rivals, away on the road.
We could have won versus Boston. That, you know, it was the tale of 2 games. We lost the close one to the Celtics and won the close one to Atlanta. So I was hoping we was going to get that last shot in, but you know, we had other plans. I guess we didn't want to get a good shot off at the end. So,
Ski, tell them what we knew. Ski. Tell them what we already knew.
Well, you know what I knew was that I didn't know which way it would go, but I felt as though we would go 1-1 because that was the way that the season seems to be going. I'm not too happy with how things are going, though, because we're not doing very well. So, you know, I'm on my predictions. I'm going to take credit, you know, because I'm winning, you know, as winner, because we're going to keep stats as well of who wins predictions. But since I'm winning, I'm just going to, you know, be like the little guy, and I'm going to go and just say we'll get into it once we talk about these individual games.
Good call. So we had our neighborhood rivals. I always look at Boston like they hate New York. Philly hate New York. New York is like the older brother, but Boston is like the twin boys that can't get along. Philly and Boston is just like we don't like them, they don't like us, but we mirror cities to each other. It's been a long-standing rival, y'all. Y'all know that since Tiny Archibald, Sedell 3, ML Carr. And I mean, it's been a long rival. I've been hated Boston. So we go up there. We play a good game. We bang it out with them. I thought we would probably win that game. I thought we would win that game. I mean, we get down to the final shot where we can't even get the shot off. I don't know what Tobias Harris was thinking. I mean, we shot poorly that day. I mean, to be in the game at the end was just nothing less than a miracle. But we was right there. I'm confused there because we needed 2 points. We didn't need a 3. I mean, what in the world was Doc drawing up? Get the 2. You got the big man. I mean, I don't understand why we had to drop that game, but Tatum was a beast again. We see that Matisse Thybulle can't really handle certain players on the ball. He's a nice one of those guys who drift in the lanes and weak side help type guy. But all in all, bad loss. I think it was a bad loss. You on the road, you against a big division rival. You choose to go with a 3-point shot that you don't even get off. You don't even get it off. Poorly conceived, poorly executed. Ski, what did you see against Boston? What happened there?
I didn't like the last play. I mean, it was a tough game, a low-scoring game. Our stars didn't play well at all. I mean, they didn't show up versus Boston. And B, I think went 3 for 17 maybe, and then Tobias had a bad shooting percentage too. Some of the role players played okay, but we didn't really get a good game out of that. Going to the last play, I just don't think it's a good play when you get the ball so far away from the 3-point line and you have to make up that space. I just think you have to get the ball into somebody that's inside the arc, and then they can facilitate from there, kick it out to a shooter, kick it out to a driver, something like that. But that last play is unacceptable in the NBA because you're professionals and the coaches are professional. You got it off something better than that. That is bad coaching at the end right there.
Yeah, I mean, they give it to Tobias. He dribbling around like a chicken with no head, and then give it to Niang with like less than a second left. Like, what do you expect he was going to do? He shouldn't even been handling the ball there. Or you take the shot, force contact. Look, do you force contact? The ball is in your hand. Why are you looking for a bailout at the end, man? That was really stupid. I don't know if Doc drew it up that way or if that was Tobias not a season a moment, because he shrivel up sometimes, like it's cold outside.
It was enough time to get Embiid the ball. Like, I think it was about 7 seconds to be inbound to the ball. Something around.
It was even if it was like 4, I think I remember closer to 4 seconds. Regardless of that,
it was enough time to get time to Embiid the ball down low or something where he could hit like a fadeaway or a mid-range jump shot, something. But that play is just no good.
I would have lived and died with the big man. Big Ski, you watched the game. What was your takeaways?
Well, I'm going to go back to what I've always been saying. We don't know how to win. And it's because we're missing a $150 million player. Now, cause that would be the person in charge of that.
So you looking for
at the leader. There was no leader there. And that's why the play didn't happen. Maxey is not ready yet. He doesn't know how to win. He needs a leader that can get that play started, that executes. So, but we have no leader. Now, at that point,
what do you call Seth Curry, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris? What do you call them?
Not point guards.
So the leader has to be the guy who's controlling the ball.
To get it started, the play started. Yeah.
To get the play started, yes, I agree with that. To get the play started, at least,
Unless you do what you say, kick it down into the paint to the big man right away, then that really.
I don't care what play is called.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get no play started.
Right. That's true. Why didn't they go to Maxey there?
Maxey's not an end of the game player yet.
Interesting. Well, I mean, you say he's not interested. He's not a end of the game player, but. In the next game, we played Atlanta. Maxey was on the floor at the end of the game, and we did win the game. So, give me 1 second. Let me first touch base with Darren real quick. Darren said, why nobody's complaining about how much Toby make when he doesn't show up like Simmons. I think that was one of the things. Thanks, Darren. We appreciate you checking in, brother. I think that's one of those things. I'll answer it first. Y'all can go ahead and take a shot at it. I think Toby, we all just was like, we knew we had to pay the max there, or you was going to lose them. You already lost Jimmy Butler. You need something to stick. I think we were forced into paying him the max. And I think a lot of players out there make the max who don't deserve the max, but that's just the cost of business nowadays in the NBA. At the time that they did it, I understood it. I didn't like it, but I understood that's what a max player makes. And but to Darren's point, is he worth a max player? I don't think so. I think you got to be able to kill a game to be considered a max player, but he's not the only player in the NBA making max dollars. What you guys got on it?
I think he had all the leverage at signing, in those negotiations, he had all the leverage. So I think that's why we had to make that decision to sign him. But of course he's not worth it. And he's not one of those max players. I mean, he's a great third option. Like if he was the third option on a team, that'd be his perfect role because he always gets his 18 to 20 points all the time. But that second option, it's not there. But he was forced into signing.
My point, Ski, you are exactly right. He's the third option. So he can't do the second option. We don't have him.
Point taken. Point taken. I think you've been clear about that. I think you've been clear. Okay. But to your point, to your point,
okay.
Against Atlanta, we have no Tobias, but still no problem. We got this. Georgian stats in for Tobias Harris. He drops what did Niang drop? I think he dropped like 13 points. He was 3 from 5 from beyond, made some killer threes when we needed them, played a little tough defense, even though he was posterized by John Collins. Oh my God, he got posterized. In fact, if I was Niang, I'd have been like, yo, I wanted to hear about early retirement. I'm checking out my pension program. I can't go back to my family after Collins did that to me. I'm sorry. That was crazy, y'all. I wish we had the replay for y'all, but check it out on highlights. Anyway, Joel Embiid makes a killer basket at the end of the game. We asked the big guy to be the closer. He came and he closed this game out. So when we start talking about the Atlanta game, which had our predictions at 1-1, Big Ski. Tell me, what did you see from that last game with Atlanta?
Well, with the Atlanta game, it was like, we played a tough game. They always give us problems, but we seem to be beating them now. So we got something over them. But they're too close. We shouldn't be. Come on. Okay. Right. If we're going to be upset that we lost at the end against Boston, then we can't be too happy that we won at the end against Atlanta. Boston better than Atlanta. So I mean, we got to be.
Are they though?
Oh, that's my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, okay, we're saying
it's pretty close. So it's debatable. It's a good debate.
I tell you right now, we ain't. In the show, I'm about to, but you know what? I'm just going to say that the Atlanta game scared me, but I'm so glad we won because we have to win, and we don't know how to win. I can't keep emphasizing it. That's the problem. It's not the coaching. Kind of it might be, though, because he does do a couple things that I don't really like. Like, you're not supposed to look. I don't care if you're a bad coach or not. You're supposed to throw up a play that the shot gets up. I don't care. No. Yeah. They're professionals. So something is not going on correctly. But I think it's that we're missing that guy that can make that happen.
Well, Ski, let me ask you, what about Seth Curry? Half a second left on the clock in the fourth quarter for the win. Are you trusting Seth Curry with that shot?
Yeah, if he runs off a pick.
So we have the guy.
But who gonna pass in the ball?
That's not a tough skill. We see that.
Yeah,
that's all Ben Simmons did. That's all Ben did was pass the ball.
Right.
We can find somebody else to pass.
He was $150 million passer.
Lil Ski, big game in Atlanta. We go 500 on that quick little stint. What did you see from Nate McMillan's team?
I think in that game we started out pretty good. We was in the first quarter, we was up about 10 points, 10 points in the first quarter. We came out strong, and then in the second and third quarter, we laid an egg. We were no good, no longer good, and I think the problem is, I know we were shorthanded, but Doc Rivers leaves the bench players in too long. He decides that I'm gonna just put all my bench players in at one time, and I don't think that's a good idea. So I think that's why in the middle of the game we didn't do so good versus Atlanta. But the fourth quarter, Embiid came down the stretch and was like, all right, I got it. This is my time. I'm the best player on this floor. It's time for me to show up. And he did. He made a lot of tough shots, a lot of fall away shots, a lot of layups at the basket and ones. And we stole that game. We was down by 10 going into the fourth, and we ended up winning at the end. We stole that game. So I think it was a good win. I'm more on a positive note about the game than my dad is. I think that was a good win. Going into Atlanta, and they play us tough. We don't really match up too well with them because they have Trae Young. So I think we going in and stealing that game, that's a good win.
So from the small forward position with Danny Green and Matisse Thybulle and Korkmaz, from that position combined, we came away with 12 points from that position. Mm-hmm. Those guys logged a lot of minutes. Is that the position that is killing us? I mean, you got the guys rotating in that three position that's not giving you anything offensively sustainable or that you can count on every night. It's like we're going to war with four NBA players and one defensive player. Is that where our problems lie, Big Ski, with that position?
Well, when you say that, who are the threes?
It was Tobias. You have Tobias, Danny Green, and Korkmaz, who plays the three.
Oh, Korkmaz don't. So wait a minute. We don't know who Korkmaz is. Do you remember last year?
No, we're not saying we don't know who he is. We're just asking, what do you think of him?
He's not doing nothing this year is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
he's inconsistent.
It was like, I know who he is now. He's doing this. So then that may be the problem. He's not like he did last year. None of them are. Actually.
A more interesting one is, and this is just talk in Philadelphia right now, and we like to talk a lot of dumb stuff, and that's what we do, Philly Talk Radio or podcasting. We talk a lot of dumb stuff. But it comes up that Tyrese Maxey numbers have dropped since the return of Joel Embiid, and I kid you not, y'all. I kid you not. I did hear one radio host have a show that even posed the question: is it time to move Joel Embiid? I'm like, are you serious? What the hell? Y'all really struggling for radio right now? Is it time? But the question does come up: can Maxey and Joel Embiid both flourish on the court at the same time? I'm gonna go with you first, Lil Ski. You tell me, is that a marriage that can develop, or have we seen the best of that?
I think it can develop as time moves on. These players are so good that once they start to get a rhythm with each other and once they start to get chemistry together, it could definitely work. Joel Embiid is one of the best players, and Tyrese Maxey is a rising player. I just think it's not working now because when our stars don't play and Tyrese Maxey plays, he takes that lead role. He says, all right, I'm going to go out and score 30. And he does it every time. Every time he's out there as the lead scorer, he goes out and shows he's a good player. But when Embiid comes back, his thinking, he's still a young player on the team, is like, all right, I got to make sure Embiid gets the ball. We have to make sure the offense runs through Embiid. And it's kind of hard to get that rhythm. It's kind of hard to play that same role when you know somebody else is on the team that gets the ball more, has the offense run through him more. So it can work, but I see why it declined because of that aspect right there.
Ski, you watching? I know you have an opinion on it. I mean, can Joel Embiid just play with any point guard? Is it a special point guard? What's the deal? Why has Maxey numbers declined since Joel came back?
Because Maxey can't wait for him. Maxey runs up and down the court. He's gone. He's just going to the basket. That's it. So he's more like a Westbrook kind of a little bit, where he's just going. Well, you got to wait for Embiid. You got to wait for him. Now, you can't play that way. And that's why, again, we're missing the guard that is the guy that can be a point guard. Maxey, to me, is sixth man of the year. He's outstanding. He can start, but he's not going to wait. He just goes. And that's when he has his 30-point games. And there's nothing wrong with that. He gets 30. But now it's not working with Embiid because Embiid ain't in the play.
I think it's hard to call a player who averages 17 points and 4 assists a sixth man. To me, that sounds like starter numbers.
Wait a minute. Your question is not his numbers. I said his numbers are good. You asked me why is it not working with Embiid?
Right. No, it has declined
for him.
I was going to say my opinion is I think Joe got to learn how to play more of a big man game so that you can still utilize Maxey in that role. I think Joe is still hanging out by the perimeter too much.
Really?
Darren makes a good point. They did start the year in rhythm, but that was in rhythm with Maxey averaging 8 to 10 points a game. I mean, since Joe went away, he's dropping in 17 and can clearly score 20 points a game. We need scoring on most nights. We do. I think they can grow together. I really think the problem is not as much Maxey. I think the problem is Joe. Now, not to say I want to trade him, y'all. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is Joe has spent a lot of his career for a big man playing on the perimeter. And he opts there, and you can run your offense through him up there, but he's a turnover machine. He don't make all great decisions from that position, and it opens up the lane for others to do things. But I still like that inside out game. You know what I mean? I like that toss it inside out, rather the big man out here and he get in trouble and try to drive to the court and break both his ankles on one play or something like that. You know what I mean? So my opinion is I think it can work. I think Joe's the one who's going to have to change his game a little bit. That's what I got.
Disagree with that 100%. Maxey has to wait for him. That's it.
Right. And that's why we have this show, y'all, because we all old heads from the Answer era and we all see it different ways. Well, one was created during the Answer era with us today. He was created, so I guess that counts as Answer era, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what we had. I mean, we could take a quick look forward to what we have on tap. Just as a reminder, next week we're gonna be back again on Sunday, roughly the same time, around 11 o'clock. Make sure you join in with us. Like our man Big Dan out there, he always chimes in on us. Don't be afraid. You see that we will address your comments. Now, we look ahead and we see that we have this is crazy, y'all. We got the Hornets twice. We have them on Monday and we have them on Wednesday, both games away. But just like our staff and our unit has been decimated by COVID, so has the Charlotte Hornets. We catch the Charlotte Hornets without LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier for the first 2 games because they both are going to be in the health and safety protocol there. And then we come back home and we have the Utah Jazz. They just laid it on us when we went out there. But now we got a healthy team. We got Joe and Tobias back. They coming over here now, which is a big game, and that'll be on Thursday. And then it tops off with the weekend on the 11th that I think that most of us are going to be in attendance to is the Golden State Warriors. Brother versus brother again. Let's run it back. Bring it back over here. So we have 4 games to look ahead at. I'll start with Lil Ski. Lil Ski, what is our record in these next 4 games we got coming up this next week?
I'm gonna say 3-1. We're gonna beat Charlotte twice because just a little tidbit. Seth Curry's dad, Del Curry, is an announcer for the Hornets. So I think we go to his he goes to his building. He's like, I want to show my dad that I'm trying to show him that I can play. You know?
Right.
So then I think we split with Warriors and Jazz. I don't think we beat both of them. I think we lose to one of them. I'm gonna say we're gonna lose to the Warriors again, just because of how badly we match up with them. So I say we go 3-1.
It's a good prediction. That's a sound prediction. Big Ski, on you. You're number one predictor, Chief Rocker. You know what I mean? Let's see if you can keep the streak going. What do you see over these next 4 games?
Okay, well, I'm gonna say 3-1 as well. I don't know the order of it because stuff just doesn't happen like you think. But
Right.
I'm gonna say 3-1, and the reason why I'm gonna say it is because if we're a good team, we got to win at home. That's it. When the Jazz come here, we beat them. If we good. If the Warriors come, we beat them. If we're good, that's it. You don't come to our stadium and beat us just like we didn't go to theirs and beat them. And that's
Right.
it. And they both beat us already, correct?
Yes.
Yes, they both beat us. Not full strength though. We weren't full strength for either one of them.
No,
Right.
good teams do not lose twice. No, they don't.
Right.
It doesn't happen.
It's a good call.
So I'm gonna say 3-1, and I'm gonna go with that for those reasons.
And I think that's going to make it unanimous. Is we all look like smart guys here. I'm going 3-1 too. I think Lil Ski was right on those. I think we could take both those games down in Charlotte. They're not fully strength. Their best player is not even playing. We should be able to handle them twice. And then I think we drop when we get back home against the Jazz. First game back, coming back home. And then the Warriors, I think it's a primetime game. I think it's Curry versus Curry. And I think it's going to be a revenge factor. And I don't think if we get up big, we do have a closer now that can wrap that one up. So we all going to go 3-1. We look like the smartest guys in the room. As far as Herb and Big Herb, we got Big Zai and Lil Zai. On behalf of all those guys, we do want to say thanks for listening. We do want y'all to continue to subscribe into us on Facebook and on YouTube. It's definitely been a blast. I had a good time with y'all. And
we're not going to discuss the Eagles.
All right. Before we wrap up, I was trying not to say it. But we got Minshew Magic. Hurts is out today, y'all. We still a 6.5 point favorite. Give me your take on it real quick. I know you chomping at the big Ski. Go ahead. Get at it real quick. Get at it.
I'm about to go out to the tailgate because I think they out there now. I hear somebody honking the horn right now. I'm going to say that we got to win these games. But now I don't care who the quarterback is. I just hope it's not no controversy. Because Minshew, I don't know. Sometimes people know how to go out on that one day when it's time for them to shine. And he got an easy day to do it. So just stop. Hurts is our quarterback. Minshew, we already know what he is. He's like a Fitzgerald. You can put him out there for a second, but then it's going to, get back to reality. Hurts still has an upside. I just don't want the controversy. Like, why do they want the controversy? No controversy. Just, it's okay.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the controversy's coming, and I am going to be out. That's when I am out. I can't do it again. Home of Philadelphia, always a controversy. When Jaws was quarterback, bring Randall in. When Randall was quarterback, bring Rodney Peete in. When McNabb was quarterback, bring in Foles. When Foles was quarterback, Wentz was quarterback, bring in Foles. But it's too much, man. It's too much. I can't do it. Trust me. I think Minshew going to get off today. And I think we're going to have to hear that controversy. I ain't down with it. And again, I'm out on the controversy. What you got, Linsky?
I think that's probably one of our issues. We start to bringing those controversies, then that lead guy starts to lose confidence. Now the narrative is like, well, is my job secure? Is my job not secure? So I think we have to stick with Jalen Hurts, give him the utmost confidence that he is our guy for the foreseeable future so that he can play his best football. Simple as that.
Now, that is so common sense thinking. Unfortunately, I just don't get that from our management in Philadelphia all the time. Just common sense stuff. Sometimes it's like, just use common sense, and it's the void here in Philly.
Like the sports shows. The sports shows they want us to win, obviously, right? They want us to win. So why not endorse our quarterback as being our quarterback instead of causing our team to start losing that confidence? But
Jeffrey Lurie started that crap when he said, I want to give Jalen Hurts every opportunity to be successful. And then the very next week, the Eagles were tagged in being listening to what's going on with the Zach Wilson and trying to move up to 3 to go pick up a quarterback in the draft. I'm like, which way are y'all going with this? Y'all goofy ass. I mean, that's some real goofy ass stuff right there. I hate to say it. See, y'all had me on too long. It's time to wrap this thing up. Look, from Herb, from Lil Zai, Big Zai, from myself, and Big Ski and Little Ski. Answer Error Podcast is out. See y'all next week. Boom.